Hi everybody, my name is Shah. I wrote a speech about world peace in the way that John F. Kennedy would have spoken it, and I've delivered it in his accent, and I've put my audio over his video to give you the experience as if you're watching John F. Kennedy speak in 2018. And I want to emphasize that I wrote this. Everyone seems to miss that because it sounds like he wrote it. These are my words, and I'm talking it as if I were him. I hope you enjoy the show.
We are gathered here today at a time in which the world has never been safer, and in which it has never been more dangerous. An average American today can enjoy an increased life expectancy, access to high-level health care, and technology that connects them with their friends in the world in ways that were impossible 100 years ago. An average American today must also fear the specter of nuclear power in the hands of hostile nations abroad. We have the opportunity to create a truly prosperous globe and eliminate those problems of poverty, hunger, violence, and warfare, which plague us today and which have plagued our ancestors for all of recorded history. We also have the opportunity to annihilate ourselves and much of the other life on the planet if we find no peaceful solutions to disputes over land, resources, and which regimes run which countries. Given our global trade relations, and the arising consciousness within humans that tells them they are exhausted by the past and ready to turn the page on the next chapter of our story, I find it hard to think we may actually annihilate each other. Though I am also aware that tribalism has deep roots, that bitterness and revenge are at the core of many people's psyches, and that those forces, which are harmless when contained within one person, but which are disastrous when spread among millions, may instigate what may be the great conflict of our time, surpassing the horrors of World War I, which was simply called the Great War, until it was eclipsed in totality and devastation by World War II. Though the banner of peace has been waved by many figures through history, no civilization can hope to achieve peace or to make it last until the many people who idolize those peace icons begin to live by the principles they admire. When people look inside at their own foibles, rather than externalizing their frustrations, or hoping that someone else will change first, or passing the blame of society's ills onto others, then we are on the path to the glorious epoch of humanity we've all been waiting for. One in which there is no discrimination between the artist and the banker, the man and the woman, the rich and the poor, and the human and the animal. In line with the founding fathers of this nation, as well as the many other people who have acted with courage in the face of despair, who have pioneered and against all odds succeeded, whether they are the troops storming the beaches of Normandy, Amelia Earhart flying the Atlantic, Abraham Lincoln freeing the slaves, or George Washington leading his ragtag team of farmers to defeat the most powerful military in the world. We today set the moral direction to not turn our backs on our brothers and sisters and to ask what we can do for them instead of what they can do for us. To abandon our grievances so that we can all live and share in humanity's bounty and beauty. So that my children, and your children, and their children, and their children live in a world healed from the problems of the past because our generation fixed it. So that every child around the globe wakes up with food in their stomach, clothes on their body, and no fear of a bomb dropping on their street. When humans come together, there is no task they cannot accomplish. Today's satellites, Egypt's pyramids, and New York's skyscrapers were built from a vision and relentless work. Humans today are capable of any feat imaginable, and an infinity more not yet imagined. The road forward will be hard. We must be prepared for this, and remember that when the path feels most hopeless, we must march on anyway. We must remember that we're a tough and resilient species, as capable of atrocities as we are of miracles, and to remember that we must be the miraculous ones. History will look on us as the generation which transformed humanity into its most noble form through love for our neighbors, our countries, our world, and our own selves. Though others will look on us well long after we are gone, this is an internal journey into our own selves, as we confront our traumas, our fears, and our weaknesses, and meet them with deep love, bold courage, and pure strength. There is no person who benefits more from this path than the person who embarks on it, as they make true meaning of their temporary life on earth and find their highest goodness. We can create world peace and set the tone of behavior and respect that future generations emulate to make sure this peace lasts in eternity. It starts with a simple question: what can I do for my neighbor?
I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please like it, share it with people who would like it, comment on it, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to support me on Patreon, in which you can contribute to help fund me to continue doing works like this. Thanks, and have a great day.